Okay, question 9. We're nearly there. This one's not too bad. So place a formula in your spreadsheet so that if the tile is square, the contents of the cells in A8, see A8 and B8. Oh, okay, these two are not visible. Okay, so if the tile is square, then we don't want to show the orientation. That makes sense because you can't have an orientation on a square tile. Okay, so this one isn't too bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the two cells that are going to get affected, and then in the home tab you will see this the conditional formatting, and we're going to add a new rule. And then over here in the new rule, we are going to select a formula, and we're going to add the formula in here. All right, and the formula is, we're going to check. So the best way to check if the tile is square is just to check if these to the B13 and 14 are the same as each other. So we'll just select that, and so now that we've got that tile, you can just do it like this. You can just check if that one is equal to that one, and that should work. And then let's just, okay, so then it's pretty simple. We're just going to make the text white, the background no fill, and that should do it. Let's see what happens. All right, there you'll see it's gone, and it's gone because this tile is square, and if I make it not square, it's back. Okay, good. So we're done with the first part. Let me just close this. This first section is done. Okay, the section 2, or the second part of the section. Place formula in your spreadsheet so that when the letter N is placed in B5, okay, is there a window? The contents of the cells in ranges A10 to C11, A10, C11, length of window. Oh, there. Okay, A10, C11. That's all of that. Length and the height of the window. Okay, so all right. So if you don't have a window, don't show all this information about the window. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, and then there's a second. If you have a look there, also B17, A17, and B17, which are a number of tiles with windows. Okay. All right, that makes sense. And okay. So when the letter N is placed. All right, so then what we're going to do is, you can also, if you're using a Mac, you can hold down the command key, because we're going to place a formula there. And this is, we want the one, so they said there they want the A17 to B17. These as well. Okay, so now you've got everything you want selected. And you can go back here again, conditional formatting, new rule. And this time, again, we're going to do a formula. And the formula this time is we're going to check if this cell is equal to the letter N. So am I right about that? Yes, that's right. So if it's, and then we're going to do the same thing as before. And let's have a look and see. So if we select N, it hides. Okay, good. So it worked. If we put it back to Y, it shows. But let's see what happens if it's lowercase n, it also hides. Okay, good. So it worked. So So we're getting there. Let's move on to the third section. Place the formula in your spreadsheet so that when y is, let me just close this. When y is placed in B5, okay, so we're doing the y now. The contents of the cells in the range A16 and B16 are not visible. All right, okay, so obviously if there is a window, if there's no window, show hide the window information. But if there is a window, hide the no window information. Okay, that makes sense. So we're going to place the formula on here, and this is going to be a very simple one as well. We're just going to go, just make sure you've got the cells you want the formula attached to selected. And then we are going to, sorry, always conditional formatting, new rule, formula. And this time we're going to say if we're going to select that is equal to y, and then we're going to do y text background no fill, done, and let's test it. All right, good. So it hides when this is y, but the others show when it's in. All right, let's just do both. Did I do both capital and lowercase? And they both seem to work. All right, excellent. We are done, and then the last step would be to save your spreadsheet, which I won't show you here because you already know how to do that. And we would be almost done. The last question 10 is just testing, but we're nearly there. Good job. Thank you.